Hello, positive people. Hope you are doing well today. Today, I'm going to talk about how to stop being shy and introverted. I'm going to talk about my secret formula about this on this topic. Although, as you know, being introverted is not being shy. Remember, not all introverts are shy, and vice versa. The stop being formula that will talk about today can be valid for both characters anyway. So if you are shy or introverted, this can work for you because I'm going to talk about the mindset behind this formula and the importance of implementing it. Introversion is not something we can change, nor should we feel ashamed about it. This personality trait is integral to who we are, just like being an extrovert. I've found a system that works for me, being aware of who I am and who I want to become in life. I was able to open up to the world. So hopefully when you hear this, when you watch this, when you read this, you have better understanding on how to limit your introversion, your shyness, and move forward with whatever you're trying to accomplish in this life. I'm going to talk about the mindset of how to set up goals, because if you have a goal, it will help you focus on your goal instead of focusing that, I don't want to go and talk to this person, I don't want to be in this specific setting. Kind of lack of a target, a goal, a purpose can lead to not take actions and stay in our comfort zone as introverts and not to move forward. This is one of the points that I wanted to talk about today, is how setting a goal can limit your introversion. So I remember when I had many responsibilities and struggled to improve my family's life. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life and never thought of the future, I was kind of living my life day by day, no plans, no worries. Actually, there were some worries, but I always thought that I cannot do anything, I'm doing my best, There was not this wide vision that I can do more stuff, or not just doing more stuff, but I didn't know that I can think out of the box. Instead of doing whatever I'm doing, try to do something in a different way to achieve whatever I need, because I've been working since the age of 13 and I had an employee mindset, and no one told me that, learn how to work, learn how to do your job, and try differently. Try to do something with that knowledge, with that experience. Do something for yourself, grow, go from position to position, try to improve your spot, job, lifestyle. So I was like, okay, so this is how we have to live. We have to wake up in the morning, go to work. Yeah, okay, we are comfortable, we like our boss. They became like friends, and I was like comfortable doing whatever I was doing. So I didn't know, or I didn't notice that just being comfortable will not lead my life to a different destination. After 15-20 years, I had to learn it the hard way because nobody told me, and still nobody is telling me. So kind of we are lucky today that we have this thing called the internet, and we are able to express what we have been through, what we are going through, and how we are improving ourselves through taking the decision and implementing different ways, because we are constantly learning in the process. So I'm very happy that I'm able to share what I have gone through and what I am currently doing and where I'm heading through the internet, because what I'm documenting today is for the generations to come to have a shortcut if they choose to find some answers. So this may be helpful for them, because I didn't know. We didn't have internet that times. I was born in 1978 and I started working like in 1990, 1991. Anyways, so today we have the opportunity to inspire the young so they can have a better future, have a better life, have better options if they choose to, if they want to know how and why. I found another helpful thing in my life, that if as I said, the first point was to be caring, to have a purpose. The second point I want to talk about is we have to care for people. I know many of us care for people, but especially introverts, we don't show how much we care to other people because we want to avoid that being in the spotlight, and so we don't express much, and this may limit our bond with other people, the way we connect with other people. So if we really care about people, we will have the opportunity at least to limit our introversion when it comes to building relations with people. And one thing that I've learned throughout my journey, that the most important thing, even it may seem or sound a little bit hard for us to do, is to build connections, build real relations, being like caring about people, people that we don't know. So getting to know people, caring about them, what they do, what they like, what are their activities, what are they doing, especially if we are connecting and learning more about people who are working on their who are successful, let's say, and if we ask the right questions, we may learn a lot from them, from their experience in their jobs, in their journey. So caring about people is really the key to make real good connections and friendship that may open the way for a better future for us. Because whatever we need to do in life, we need people, we need other humans to achieve anything. We cannot achieve anything alone, unless, I was thinking like now, unless we want to run the 100-meter. But also the people, I just realized now that they run the 100-meter track, they're not doing it alone. Maybe they're running alone, but the preparation phase, the mindset, the supportive surrounding for them, the encouragement that they have. So nobody can do anything special alone. You can do your job, you can do something that is asked from you just to keep surviving, but if you really want or need to shine, to be happy, we have to learn how to avoid our introversion, shut down our mind for a moment and think, what are the benefits of really caring for people and helping them out? Because once you start helping people, you will get help also. It's like they say, karma. I believe in that. Once you start doing good with people, you will start receiving many good things. And the best way to start doing a good for other human being is by starting to care about other people, about them. Another point I want to talk about today is play the fear of loss game with your own mind. Because if you sit and think, you say, okay, why should I care for people? Okay, why should I set goals? I don't see any benefit of it today. But if you tell your mind, your introverted side of the brain, if you try to convince it this way, look, let's say I'm talking to myself. I will say, Garo, look, you've been doing this, you've been limiting yourself since you were born, or at least since you were conscious about things that going on in your life. So if you continue like this, will you like where you're heading in 5, 10, 20 years? Or you want to change something today to have a different result in upcoming years, in the next years? So you have to tell your mind, at least this is what I did. I told myself, Garo, you cannot continue like this. Garo, you have to do something different because you really deserve it, and you have all the knowledge, and you have all the tools, and you have all the experience. I'm a digital marketer, so I have the experience, I have the knowledge in internet and computers, and this is what I love, this is my passion. If I want to, because I was helping some businesses and I was not open to connect with more people, I was kind of limiting myself. So I said, if I'm thinking the way I'm thinking and acting the way I'm acting right now, will my surrounding benefit from it? My family, my children? The answer was no, because the family is growing. We were just, when we got married, we were 2 persons, now we are 4, and I didn't go to university. I had to develop myself through night courses and learn whatever I'm learning through my working in the mornings and learning in the evening. Night courses in English, in computer, in graphic design, in programming. I was working and doing. So I didn't want the same future for my children. So I wanted also to help them, because now I see my kids, they are 13 and 10. They don't have the target, the vision. I know they're just kids. They are not supposed to, but I'm trying to plant the seeds in their mind so they don't have to go through what I've gone through. So also to help other people understand this, I need to expose myself to as much people as I can, to put out the message, to be helpful to other people to understand this too. Because if I'm helping many people solve their problems, first of all, I will be happy because I'm producing. This is a very important point I've learned through my 43-year-old experience, that when you have some goals and you're working on them and you're achieving them, you're happy. So whenever I'm producing, because if I set a target, I want to do this week, I want to do this month, and I'm producing, I'm working on that, I'm putting out content, I'm putting out ideas, I'm always keeping myself busy and producing. And production is the best way of happiness. It's the opposite of, some people go to, okay, I'm not happy, I will go, they don't think it directly that way, but okay, what can I do? Oh, I love this car, I need to go and buy this car. So they go and buy this car. After 2-3 weeks they own it. It's like normal, usual. They're in the same spot, like, okay, what's next, what I can have next. But being productive is really, really something different. It's not just like going to the shop and buying a phone or a clothing or an accessory, whatever. But being productive daily, because you have some goals, you have some things to accomplish, it's really the best feeling of staying happy, especially if that involves helping other people. The content I'm creating is really helping other people, so I'm really blessed and happy for that. And I'm putting this all over the internet because I want also my children, when they grow up, as I said, I'm planting the seeds in them, but when they grow up they will have a reference of what I did. If they want to take the same path of growth, of knowledge, of hard working, they can follow up my path if they wish to. There is one other point that some people do. They mix up shyness with introversion. So you may know or you may not know, but I have to say this: introversion is often confused with shyness. Shyness is the fear of being judged by others, while introversion is a preference of solitude and less stimulation. We introverts have a higher sensitive to external stimulation and can be overwhelmed easily. There are many misconceptions about introverts that we had to find satisfactory explanation for it. Introverts have different needs than extroverts, but are not inferior or less capable than extroverts. This is just to clear things up, that you may say that shyness and introversion is not the same. I know it's not the same, but there are many points similar, and some people confuse us with people who are being shy. Okay, I want to keep it in here on a professional level. I wrote an article going in details about all of these topics that I talked, and also I've put a section for people who are looking to connect people as friends, as partners, and having hard time to make bonds with the people that they are attracted to, or with the people who they want potentially make friendship with, even if it's romantic or just regular friendship. So I've put in a section and I've written an article about that. You can find it by going to successfulintroverts.club and you will see the article there. If you cannot find it there is a search button. You can just search "How to Stop Being Shy and Introverted, My Secret Formula." Also, I will put the link in the show notes of this podcast, and if you're watching over YouTube, you will find the link over there. Go and read the article. It's very helpful. It's 2 sections. One section I'm talking about general mindset and what we need to do to be more to limit our introversion in our professional life, in our daily life. And there is another part where I'm talking about how a person who is looking to build a relation, to find a partner, or for example, if you have a crush and you're afraid to approach them, you don't know how to do this, it will help you have some ideas on how to do this and get out of your comfort zone and accomplish what you want. The one advice that I want to give: you have to push your limit. If your comfort zone is this big, you have to push yourself so your comfort zone becomes bigger. For people who are listening to the podcast and don't have the opportunity to watch it on YouTube, imagine this: that you have a ping pong ball, but you want to the ping pong ball is your comfort zone and you want it to get bigger. So you try to every day by doing something that you're not excited to do. By doing the things that you're not excited to do every day, you can grow the ping pong ball to become a basketball or even bigger, depending on what you want to do in this life. So hope to see you next week. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you have any shy or introverted person that you know in your life, just send them this link of the podcast or the article and let them know about this, because by helping many people, first of all, we be happy and we are blessed. Thank you very much for joining. See you next week.